Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Mancillon. I thought I come and wish you a good day. I hope your week is happening. There's all kinds of new energies that are coming in, and so it is a very deep and powerful energy. Sometimes there's still some contrast, very deep contrast. Some morning I feel like I'm so enthusiastic about the day that is before me, and other days I feel, what am I doing here? It's like I feel like I would be so much better on these higher planes where everything is peace, joy, abundance, and freedom. But I have a mission here, so that's why I'm returning each and every day. And I do have, I'm continuing to paint in any event, so there is a that gives, in a sense, right now, that's the main thing that gives meaning to my life is the continuation of those paintings. I'm gonna for that there will be many things that are going to be coming to because we are between two different worlds. All those old 3D things no longer hold that much interest, but we're still not in the new. We don't have access to all the new, but the old has kind of we lost touch. We are separating ourselves from all the lower aspect that we no longer need, but we still do not. I'm not completely arrived in the new. So it's like it's an in between. Period, and I'm going to pull a few cards for the next 3 months for this season that will culminate on the 21st of December, but on the 12/12, on the 21st of December, and then the 11/11 of January. So between November 11 and January 11 is those 3 sacred months of transformation, and so I'm going to pull 12 cards for each constellation. And then discuss an idea that just an announcement of some kind. So we're going to pull those 12 cards to see for this season, those next 3 months, what will be anchored, how it will manifest. We're going to look at all those 12 aspects of 12 houses. For first is for the Aries, but most specifically, but for everybody, it's what is potential for those 3 coming months. And it's love. Wow. Well, how wonderful. We're going to discover new love that will be coming to us, new ability to love. Love is always an exchange. Love is never, can never be, it's always in relationship to something, to someone. It's the same thing with light. If light does not bounce on something else, we cannot see the light. It's invisible. And love is the same thing. Love is the opening of the heart, and we share it, and it's the exchange of soul. So there is new love that can come to us, both love to ourselves, love to others, maybe new relationships, new potential. But it's about loving our life as much as possible, loving ourselves, and it is all potential. What is in Taurus, not specifically for the Taurus, but for everyone, it is what we possess already. And here is liberation. So although we don't feel completely liberated, we already possess that. It is already granted. It is already anchored. So we do possess this sense of liberation. Then in Gemini, but specifically, but for everybody, it's for all. It's about what we communicate, our mental activity. So it's a communication, our travel. And here it is compassion. Compassion means loving ourselves and doing good to others, assisting others. We want to develop the most our compassion to be, so we can also develop our courage and lucidity. They work together. So it's about we are caring of others and caring of ourselves, and we want to continue to unfold that. Then in Cancer specifically, but for everybody, it's the inner world and the immediate environment. And here we have reconciliation. We're going to be able to reconciliate ourselves and with our inner world and also our environment. I'm hoping to be able to move in those 3 months coming, to set up in a place, in a home where I will feel at home, I will feel comfortable. Rather than I'm still in this transition process, I have to accept where I am, who I am, all that I am. For this, very important that we accept who we are, where we are, and all that we are, in order to let go of the resistance for the new to come in. But there is a reconciliation also with relationships. And so it's for the Cancer and the 4th house. In the 5th house, for the Leo specifically, but for everybody, is the heart. It is the passion. It is the creativity. And here we have accomplishment. So there is our heart is going to be freed, and we're going to be able to love more, to be more creative. It's the card number 2. It's the from the energy becomes the energy manifests in this accomplishment of this higher polarity of integration of the yin and the yang, and so we're going to be able to feel this accomplishment in the heart, which will feel wonderful. Then in Virgo is for Virgos, but specifically, but for everybody, it's how we nourish ourselves materially and spiritually, and so we'll be and it is about listening. It's about learning how to listen what life is telling us. Life is always speaking to us. God, the Creator, speaks to everybody every day, but very few people have the ear that they can hear and sense that there are personal messages that are given to them through all the kinds of means by which life can communicate to us. We'll learn to listen more, and so we're going to be more, the guidance system was going to be increased to a new level. Then in Libra, specifically, but for everybody, it's the relationship, just as much for romantic and professional. It's and here we have luck, so it is good to have luck in the house of relationship. So it is it's about. It's about being grateful for that, to be lucky, to realize we deserve that luck, but we have this gratefulness for this luck that is coming to us from the world of relationship. Then in Scorpio specifically, but for everybody, it's what comes from the depths of the subconscious, and here we have family, the reconnection to our family, to our soul family, it's not necessarily the blood family, but it's those beings that vibrates. There are people that will come into our life, or energies that will come into alignment with in those 3 months that will it's souls that have that are consonant both on mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and socially, that will have compatibility, and we feel so good by reconnecting to those other people that are part of our spirit, closer spiritual family. And so it is so this will come up, and this is come up from the subconscious, for come from the root. Then in Sagittarius is what our higher mental process, the laws, the philosophy, what concerns us, and here is rewards. It's about being able to harvest the fruits of our work, our labor. For it is never about working hard. It's about aligning to the potential of receptivity that we. Then what comes from Capricorn. The Great Mother, for Capricorn, is the Great Mother, is the goat Amalthea, which was the mother, the nurturing mother of Zeus. So but it's also about structure, about society. It's the business sign, Capricorn, and here we have joy. Joy will come to us from the universe. So it's about being grateful for that. We'll be lucky to find joy. For joy can come from within, but it will be confirmed and reinforced from without. It will come to us from the universe. For joy is not something we can hold on to. We can just experience it when we have it, and we discover higher joy. For joy is one of the 4 infinite virtues of the heart, with compassion, abnegation, and kindness. Those are virtues we need to continue to cultivate. Then in Aquarius is for Aquarius, but for everybody, it's our hopes, our dreams, our friends. And here we have the mission. For the mission, we are all complementary in bringing this new world into the. So it's the mission is we are hoping to find to find our place in this great puzzle of creation, so we can fulfill our mission and find contentment and joy. For when we are fully in alignment with our soul plan, we find this contentment, this joy, this well-being. And in Pisces specifically, but for everybody, is the karma, which is inevitable, that is coming to us, and it's work. So it's like we'll be put to work. There is new work that we need to do. The highest work is that which brings you the highest fulfillment and brings the greatest reward. So it's about maybe a change, all kinds of change in the relationship to work. So it is good. Spirit is it's like a key that opens the door, and Spirit is saying that those things that I've been envisioning will come about. I'm very eager to move into this next step. And the final outcome for this period of 3 months, this like fall, autumn, in the northern hemisphere, or spring in the southern hemisphere, is friendship. So there's going to be new friends that are going to be coming, new circle of friends, or deepening bonds with friends. So it's about being appreciative of friendship. For friendship, from Epicurean standpoint, is the highest value, the most precious thing we can have is friends. For it's like it is something that has great value. Well, I hope this resonated with you, and that you will be able to fully integrate those new energies and move into the next step with this new work and a new level of joy that will be coming. I want to say there is a great deal of media discussion. There's a new rules on YouTube in December. I listened to that talked in the media that they said that they're going to close down all the channels that don't make enough money to make them enough money. So we don't know really what's going to happen, because as for me, 90% of the channel I watch on YouTube are commercial free. They're spiritual channels. So if all of those are closed, I'm going to have to find new, which is okay. And even for my channel, I'm not really sure. Maybe I'm too insignificant and they will continue to do that. Or maybe they're going to ask me to advertise, to put some advertisement, which is, I'm not have enough viewer to make to have any, so that has any financial consequences. But I may do that also, because it's when you don't advertise, you're not very referenced, you're not being promoted by YouTube. Or maybe they're going to advertise without telling me, without asking me, which is I don't think they'll do that, but or maybe they're just going to close the channel. I'm not really sure what's going to be happening, but I think they have new corporate policies since Google bought YouTube. So if that happens, I'll find another platform, I'll do something else, and I'm still very happy that I've been able to do that. So I'm not really sure. I'm going to probably continue to communicate here as long as it is doable, feasible, so to speak. Behind me is two paintings. This one is a painting on paper, and it's like there's this sculpture here. It's like an Henry Moore, a little bit in the style of Henry Moore, and on this yellow, greenish yellow floor, and it's like three white painting. One says peace, the other one says happiness, and the other one says one. And this is a self-portrait, astrological self-portrait. It's quite finished. I think there's not that much I can do, but I really like it the way it looks. And maybe the spirit has asked me to shave my head to match the portrait that I've been doing, the self-portrait 2019, so just to match it. And I'm not going to touch the face. It looks a little bit like, not so much like me, but a little bit. And I do like it. I change all the colors of the words. I change all the colors of the symbol, the separation, the constellation. So there is not that much more I can do on that. I really like this portrait. When he looks at me, he's got this amazing look. I've been working on those. I also wanted to show this. It's a portrait on Lemenin. It's a study on the painting by Diego Velázquez. It's not quite finished. And it's called the red carpet. The original paintings doesn't have a red carpet, the red floor, but it's like the red carpet. It's like it's like the court of Spain. Actually, it's the painter Diego Velázquez who's painting the king and the queen, which are not in the painting, but they're reflected in a mirror. And this is the infant of Spain with all the court. And there's somebody in the door, and yes, just put some personal, and there's this dog. Well, it's not quite finished, but it's got a good vibration. And I'm working on some other paintings. And so I just wanted to make this video today. I'm going to sing a song and then pull 4 cards from the archangels for the more immediate for this week. For the reading I did is more for the 3 months coming. That was my intention to address this end of the year. So it's a song. It's a song of U2 that for a long time I was listening to this song and I thought he said, I can't live with or without you. It's like I can live with or without you. But when I printed the word, because he swallows his words so much when he sings it, the song actually says, I can't live with or without you. It means some people, we can't live without them, but we cannot live with them. And also just, so be clear about what you say. Don't say something that people will understand the opposite of what you're saying. It's not a criticism, because he sings it really wonderfully. It's a wonderful song, but it goes like this. See the stone set in your eyes, see the thorn twist in your side. I wait for you. sleight of hand and twist of fate. On bed of nails she makes me wait, and I wait for you. With or without you, with or without you. Through the storm we reach the shore. You give it all, but I want more. And I'm waiting for you. With or without you, with or without you. I can't live with or without you. And you give yourself away, and you give yourself away, and you give, and you give, and you give yourself away. My hands are tied, my body bruised, she got me with nothing to win and nothing left to lose. And you give yourself away, and you give yourself away, and you give, and you give, and you give yourself away. With or without you, with or without you, I can't live with or without you. So, anyways, thank you very much for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I appreciate your support to support this ascending energy. This will find a way, no matter what happens. We're going to continue to work on in every possible way towards this in this ascension process. We want to anchor the energy, and making those videos is a way to anchor the energy. So I'm going to pull a few cards that are more immediate for the next few days. The highest wisdom is the Emperor, the beautiful Archangel Uriel, the keeper of the silver light, the light of the future. He says stability and efficiency. Takes charge of a situation, ambitious project. So I have some very ambitious projects that are ahead of me. I'm still not really sure how or when it will manifest, but I'm hoping that the doors will open really quickly. This first, so I can put the first stone on the edifice. What we need to understand is the Knight of Raphael, romantic, artistic, poetic, introverted. It says a relationship founded on deep engagement. You are excited. Your heart beats very strongly. So there's a lot of excitement that is connected. So understand it's okay to feel very excited about what is coming, whether it's personal relationship or business opportunity or creative project. What we need to do is the Seven of Ariel. Beautiful Ariel. You have made good investment. Be patient. We always end up harvesting what we sow. Utilize every experience to create new project. So it's about continuing to be creative. She's into this garden here, and so continue to cultivate those dreams, those potential, and the outcome is a victory. Is the Six of Gabriel. Gabriel is the archangels of ascension, and it says, congratulations, you've done some really good work. It is time to move to new things, rewards, grants, or promotion. So there's going to be the doors will open. We have to trust that as much as possible. Even in the low days, we have to allow ourselves to believe that things will work out always for the best. Well, thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.